All right, folks, it's your boy Iceberg Bricks. That's Corey, and welcome to the second episode of Pardon the Brickruption. How you doing, bro?
I'm feeling good, man. Doing good, man. Happy day after Halloween, if that's even a thing.
Very true, very true. Happy post Halloween, right? Right.
Post Halloween. Yep.
Post Halloween. So you're either drunk or you're hungover from the candy.
That's true. Or you're eating candy that got smushed together in your pocket because you're on hard times when it comes to candy.
True. It is
That's
candy corn day because you're gonna find the most value is the candy corn because they're gonna be selling bags for $1.
That's right. I read somewhere that candy corn is considered to be the worst candy on Halloween. I'm like, I don't know. I like candy corn.
That's why it's cheap, my friend. All right. First up, Lego Masters off schedule. Now, what do you think about that?
We started to see that in season 2. Season 2 fell in between the NBA finals and the Olympics. So they didn't catch any type of breaks. And with COVID, kind of in its heightency, it was just out of control. So I don't know. I've seen like other shows get priority, and then I've seen shows get pushed to another network. I don't know with Lego Masters. I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, this one feels a little bit forced. And I say that, with our show, I think that we had no interruptions other than the orange one, chiming in on what was it, episode 6 where me and Jermaine got voted off. He chimed in for his State of the Union dress. But other than that, it was a straight shot forward. 2 had some breaks in between, and you lose the momentum. And we talk about, that's very important, especially if you're trying to get that hardware at the end of the season to keep that momentum and keep the viewers coming in, right? Absolutely. But how do you keep your viewers coming in if you're changing the bat channel and the bat dates and the bat times?
It's crazy. Fox has a sport network called FS1, and they also have FX as well. So it's easy for them to just push the sporting events to these channels and just leave the primetime stuff and your sitcom stuff on the main network. So it's just weird that they push it. And, Lego Masters falls right after Masked Singer. Masked Singer is one of their biggest draws. So you would think that they would keep that going, but they really don't.
Right. You get the news, that it's not appearing this week. There's no Lego Masters this week. It's on a Sunday night, right after its sister Masked Singer, right? So they're pairing these two like two peas in a pod. Do you feel like one show is like outshining the other? I think we get outshined by the Masked Singer.
Masked Singer, they bring in like triple the amount of viewership that Lego Master brings in.
True.
So it's clear that America really loves that show, and it makes sense to connect Lego Masters to Masked Singer because they're both very bright, they're family friendly. It makes sense to do that. However, I think maybe it would probably benefit Lego Masters in the long run if they decide to just push it either to streaming. I think we mentioned that last time, either to a streaming platform or give it a new date. Maybe Friday nights is a better time because kids don't need to go to school the next day. They can stay up and watch it. Families are done with their week. They kind of wind down. So maybe Friday nights is a better time for Lego Masters. Maybe. I don't know what the viewership is going to be for this season because you already had 2 breaks so far right now, where even to a point where you're late for your appointment because of the World Series. Yeah, you do have the World Series rolling around, and I think they booked the World Series
in advance, so you kind of know what days that schedule's going to fall on. So I mean, a little bit of better planning, for it. And granted that Lego Masters wasn't even supposed to be airing around this time because it was supposed to be already aired this summer. So it feels like a real stepchild. And I feel that they're not really taking the show as important, and we'll talk about it more because they have been renewed, and we'll talk about that as well. But I just don't feel that they're getting 100% of Fox's networks, 100, they're just not behind the show 100%. All right, Adidas' approach with Kanye West. I didn't want to bring it up because this is not Lego related, but it is Lego related. You go first.
Okay, so there's no secret as to what Kanye West is becoming, or Ye is what he prefers to be called. His approach to free speech is very controversial, and because of that, he is a lot of like brands are breaking away from him. So he's been saying a lot of stuff, and it seemed like Adidas, one of his biggest collaborators, has dragged their feet, so to speak, as it relates to kind of dropping him from their brand. I think Adidas should have jumped on this a lot sooner. Mm-hmm. I think they were just kind of waiting to see what the waters was going to look like. And that's what a lot of companies do. They don't just take a stand and make a decision right away. They kind of wait and see what's the temperature like. If there's a lot of backlash, if it's going to hurt our brand, then we're going to fall back. We're going to cut ties. If it doesn't look like it's going anywhere and nobody's really talking about it, let's say hush, hush. Let's wait for everything to kind of die down and recede, and then we'll just continue with business as usual. And I think that's what happened. Kanye made it so hard for them to just keep their head in the sand and act like nothing's happening that they had to do what they had to do.
His mother called him Kanye. I'm going to call him Kanye. Kanye, sir, you are a complete idiot. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. So, that's right. And Adidas, you're just about the biggest idiot too. But I wouldn't say that so fast, because Adidas do have history of, anti-Semitic things back in the past, where when they first had their brand on, and Nazi Germany was a world power, emerging. They and the Olympics was the thing. They spread their brand out to this supposed to be superior Aryan race that was supposed to be stronger and faster and everything than anybody else. And it wasn't.
Right. That's
it was thrown away by Jesse Owens, and since then, they put their brand on a black man. And ever since then, we took to that brand because we see, this superior product that, that the world said this was superior. And you got a black man, that is a world hero. And so you had the black community, following in the footsteps. You had Run DMC, you had Grandmaster Flash, you had all of the birth of hip hop, spun around this Adidas thing, right? And it all started with the anti-Semite. It was very, very, very bad. It was, and I think back then, I don't want to say the culture just wasn't as sensitive as it now, but it looked upon a bit different. When you start talking about, and I don't even want to say the word, because when you say persecution and you say Jewish community, it's bad. It's very bad. It's very bad. And so, but Kanye to even come out his mouth to say something and make those remarks, you're an idiot, sir. You're an idiot. Your mother is rolling over in her grave for the things that you say. But here's the thing with him, is he really that way? Nah, I doubt it, because you married a Kardashian. What's that name? Say it with me. Kardashian. All right. Her father was a lawyer. He was a Jewish lawyer. So I don't think you are what you say you are. So you're not who they who they thought you were. You're not who they thought you were, sir. I think he is an attention getter. At some point in time, we run across people who say, hey, mom, look at me. Hey, mom, look at me. And then when mom's not there looking no more, they fall out and cry in the middle of the store. We know those type of people. They're attention getters. If you're not talking about them or if they're not in that conversation, they have a problem. And I think Kanye has that problem.
And you're right, because if you even go further back into Kanye's history, he started off just producing beats and stuff like that. And he was producing beats for, oh man, who was he? The name of the tape right now. What was that?
Damon Dash.
Damon Dash. And before Damon Dash, he was producing beats for someone else. And then Damon Dash picked him up and then got him over to Jay-Z and stuff like that, and Rockefeller and all that. But for the longest time, he was the type that say, yo, I'm a genius, I'm a god, look at me, look at these beats I got, look at these lyrics I got. That was him. And then he got picked up, and then when he got picked up, he didn't need to do that anymore because he had the platform, he had the voice. And then once that started to fizzle out, you notice that when him and Jay not really fall out, but when he started to fizzle out from The Rock, then he was like, all right, well, what's the next thing I could do? Oh, George Bush doesn't care about black people. Katrina.
Right. I remember that.
People talking about him again. Then when that fizzled out, what did he do? Taylor Swift, you good, but Beyonce had the best. Started talking about him again.
I remember that.
And then once that stopped, what did he do? I'm going to marry Kim Kardashian. He married Kim Kardashian, had kids. Now, when that stopped, I'm going to attack Kim Kardashian.
He tried to get a loan from Donald Trump because he was trying to file bankruptcy.
It's a pattern.
Yeah.
And people see through that pattern. People I'll keep it real. Some black people don't see through that pattern because they love him no matter what he do. And they're going to feel for him. Me, I always loved Kanye's music. I love him as an artist. However, as a man and as a businessman, the way that he's moving right now, it's very, very disheartening to see that. And he is creating a generation of young black men that are going to see that and think that it's okay to do that. When you have to remember that we're all building together in society. Even if you have your own personal beliefs, like, some people you may not get along with, but guess what? You got to work with them in order to be successfure. That's just how it is.
And that's just it. You just struck something that's sort of core, and we're way over time on this one. But you said that, you're going to see that young man. That young man is watching him, and they think it's okay to do that. You're Mr. West. You are creating a disturbance in the force, and so if you're going to create this disturbance, at least be positive, sir. You're way overdue and over my time.
Yes, sir.
All right. So next up, Lego Masters Season 4.
That's a huge question mark. I felt like I had this conversation a year ago when it was close to mid-season of season 2. Are we going to get another Lego Masters season on Fox? It wasn't a question of whether we'll get another Lego Masters in the US because Australia is moving on to season 5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 5.
And then we have all these other Lego Masters seasons popping up. So it's a global brand now. So if you're a global brand, if Fox says, hey, we don't want to do Lego Masters anymore, okay, another network in America is going to take up Lego Masters because it's a global brand. So, season 4, I'm going to say it's a definite for Fox. Even though Fox kind of treats Lego Masters as the ugly stepchild sometimes, it still brings in a viewership that they cannot bring in with their other shows. It still has a global recognition. On top of that, you have Canada, you have Mexico is now a North America Lego Master season. So now you have even more people that you could bring into the light and have them do their thing. So I do suspect that we'll get another season for sure. Will it be the same time, prime time, same slot? I don't think so.
I much agree. They like you just said, they definitely got green lighted for Lego Master Season 4. So look out, America, everybody's going to be in your spam box, trying to get on and make their videos, trying to do the tap dance and the song. This one's a tough one. I think that, don't get me wrong, Lego Masters Season 3, the current season that we're in, is doing this thing. I love the builds. I love the builders, because you could see that, the builds themselves are getting advanced. However, they have to get their act together with treating this as a premiere or a primetime show. Because what happens is that over time, you lose the viewership, you lose the steam. So I would start with, having a solid show without any interruptions. No World Series breaks. No. Last year it was the Olympics.
Yep.
So you're out for about like 2 to 4 weeks. So no breaks in between or anything like that, and run it straight out. 2, get some change the format, like how Australia run their shows. You're seeing more of the building process. You're seeing more of the builders, less the hosts. Now, I ain't got nothing against Will Arnett, but we kind of don't want to see the tricks in the bag with Will Arnett. We want to see the players that are on the board. That's what we're in here to see. And so I think they would need to change to that type of format as they do in Australia. I love the fact that they broaden out. Like you said, you can't even say it was never American or a USA Lego Masters. It was never that. It was a Fox Lego Masters. So they can go up and they go down and go get Mexico. They could probably go down and get Argentina or Chile as well. So I like the fact that they have that in their bag, and it's not the Australia Lego Masters or Lego Masters Australia. It's the Fox Lego Masters, so they can get anybody who they need to get. And so with that tool, they definitely need to scope out or branch out more to get more talent from different countries.
I would say, I would throw this in too. I believe in order for another season to be successful, if you look at viewership, looking at numbers, our season had the top rated numbers. Why did that happen? Our commercials aired during the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is still considered to be the most watched sporting event in the year of any sport. The amount of eyes that are on the Super Bowl is everywhere. It's all over the world, all over there. So, put the season right after the Super Bowl. That's what they did. We came out in February.
Right.
That's a perfect time. February, you don't have any after the Super Bowl, you really don't have any other playoffs coming up until, mid-April, late May or whatever. So you have a good amount of time where you could just do all that stuff. So I think that's a better move.
Yeah, and then to add to that, that was a good point. We also were in the middle of a pandemic, so you had no choice but to watch us. So that's a plus. Maybe they need another pandemic. Maybe, I don't know. All right, the A-Fall, present day versus the future Lego A-Fall. What do you think?
So we're all A-Falls, Lego Masters, all that stuff. 20 plus years ago, did we know the word A-Fall? No, we didn't. Was that even a word thrown around? Maybe in small circles. Conventions, were they big and as popular 20 years ago? No. Was there Lego Masters 20 years ago? No. The A-Falls that you see today, the adult fans of Lego that you see today, are fans of a nerdism, of a nerd culture in Lego. That's what made us fans of Lego, because either we didn't have, I'm not saying that we didn't have friends or anything like that. Like, I had friends, I played sports, I did all that stuff, but I still love Lego. That was my connection. The A-Falls in the future, 20 years from now, right? What are they going to say? Oh, we had Lego Masters, we had conventions, we had social media, we had ways of communicating and connecting with those Lego Masters that we saw on TV. And then we were able to travel to other countries, and then they had Lego Masters over there, and they had Lego brands everywhere. I think the AFOs of tomorrow is going to be way better than the AFOs of today.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree to that. And as a lug president, it's tough. Like I'm in my first year as a lug president, and I have 2 generations that are running the ship of the lug, right? And it's 50-50. I got on the 50 side, I got 35 and above, and on the other side I got 35 and below, right? And somewhere in the middle there's me, right? And so the younger side, of course, want those T-falls, right? And one of our rules is that you have to be 18 or older to join the lug. They want you to be an adult to join the lug, right? And so some of the things were that, hey, look, maybe we should broaden it up a little bit. Maybe we should, make the introductory age at 16. Let's try to get some, because I can guarantee you that there are some 16-year-olds that can outbuild us AFOs.
That's
hands
right.
down. And so much. And here's the thing is that they have a third eye that we don't have, right? And maybe we have a third eye that they don't have, right? And so, and I say that because you want to actually bring more irons to the fire. That way you flourish pretty well. Because, and this is what I said to my team, was that one day you're going to be too old to fill that seat. You're going to be too old to come here to the lug meeting to fill that seat, and it goes empty. Who fills it? Because you ran that kid away. Mm-hmm. So I think that the future is bright for Lego and the future AFOL, who are the K falls and the T falls right now. Right. Because like you said, you have all this digital media and at your hands. And I see, mark my words, they're trying it and it's happening, but eventually Lego will find a way to become digital. And that will be amazing. They're halfway there, because you figure you got this Studio IO, right? The Studio or Stud IO. You got the digital instructions. Right. You had a couple of lines where you can play with them digitally on your phone and stuff like that. So they're halfway there. Eventually, it becomes 100% virtual.
I'm gonna push back on that. Mm-hmm. I think, and I'm pushing back because I teach children both ways, mm-hmm. the physical and the digital. Mm-hmm. And I always get the same thing from them. As fun as it is to be able to build everything digital and have every piece to your disposal, there's nothing like being able to take 2 pieces. And I think we're going to touch on it a little later on. 2 mm-hmm. pieces that the computer cannot compute how they connect and how they should go on, but you put it on and you're able to maneuver it. There's nothing like that feeling. So I don't think they're going to go 100%.
All right. Maybe not as I dream it, but it'll be 100%. All right, next up. Yeah. VIP points, which is more valuable now that Target is in the game. Are you in?
Target has way too many hoops to jump through in order to redeem those points. You have to purchase Lego, yes. You then have to scan the receipt that you get. You scan the receipt, then you got to take that scan. You got to go to a link in your red card, on the Target website is a link for the Lego that connects you to another page. You put your stuff there. Then they got to go through it and they got to check it out, and then you don't get your points for like another 1 or 2 weeks. Ain't nobody got time to do all that. We live in you just said we're doing 100% digital. We are in a digital world. When I go to Target, I barely get a receipt because I don't want a receipt. I got my red card. I scan my stuff and I purchase nothing but Lego. Whenever I go to Target, I'm always purchasing Lego because it's just easier for me. I get that 5% off. It's easier for me. So I just go and I get my Lego. I scan my little red card. Boom. They say, all right, miss, you need anything? Bye. That's it. I'm not trying to talk to you. I'm trying to in and out. That's me, in and out. So I don't got time to jump through these hoops. Now, they're rolling this out for the first time. Eventually, they're probably going to get to the point where as soon as you purchase Lego, that's gonna and you go into the site, you connect it to your Lego account or whatever, those points will automatically be redeemed to you. I'm sure they're going to get to that point. When they do, they can come call me. Other than that, I'm not doing all that mess.
I would say that you're lazy, folks. Can you say lazy? Corey is lazy
with a capital LAZY. That's right. That's right.
There's probably more targets than there are Legos around in a radius, right?
Oh yeah,
and it's so much quicker and easy. Like you said, I'm in and out of that target. I'm grabbing that receipt. Here's the fun fact: is that I just purchased the Black Panther set, the one with that cool, swanky little yacht. I love it, and I haven't built it yet, but I love it. Had to have it. It's got those awesome minifigures on it. So you say that thing was about like $90, right? So I hit the $90, right? Boom, slap my card, bam, right? It says, boop. You are eligible to receive $10 off on your next purchase. So I reach up top, I scan that little card, boom, I got $10 in the pocket. Not only that, is that now I could take that receipt and go ahead and scan it onto my phone, take a picture of it, send it up to Lego VIP points, and then get the points. That's double the prize, my friend. You're crazy not to do that. You are crazy not to do that.
I could be building that
Lego sets that are in that aisle. And it looks like a Lego store because they got the big heavy rollers on those shelves. Mm-hmm. So it's so easy if, hey, look, Lego ain't got no VIP points, no double points or anything going on. I can go get it over at the Target. I can go get $10 off on my next purchase for making that purchase. Plus, I get the points.
All right, you got a way of convincing, but I'm still not jumping through all those hoops. I will get those points one way or another. Like I'll do another way, but that's just too much work for me. I'm not scared. That's too much work. We live in a technical age. Come on, why am I still doing this? I gotta get a disposable camera now with the little scroll thing in the front. Take a picture. Nah, that's too much work.
Everything's full circle, my friend. Those disposable cameras are back. You need to go buy them. Break it or break it. 2 minutes and around with me and Corey. Here we go. It's going to be Lego announces Rebuild World Holiday Campaign with Katy Perry. Break it or break it.
We're going to break it. I mean, that's easy. Easy money. That's easy money.
I'm in between. You could break it for Katy Perry. She's hot, friend. But you could break me because it sounds like it's another Disney World. Lego sports scarf. This is that Lego apparel that I was telling you about. You're breaking or you're breaking it?
I'm going to break it because any apparel Lego, I want it.
Definitely. I think that sports apparel is what it's at, where it's at. And so I think that, this is that them breaking that threshold because I do want to see them do more sports apparel.
Yes.
All right, next up. Avatar movies are more on the shelf than they are the Black Panther sets. You're breaking or breaking it?
I'm breaking it. Avatar came out 10 years ago. Black Panther is coming out in a few weeks. I'm not interested in the sets are nice, but I'm not interested. So I'm gonna break it.
Yeah, I'm breaking it. I think that you got the new movie coming out, but however, you had the Black Panther coming out too. I think that having 3 sets on one movie and about 7 on the other is way unfair. And who are you getting at?
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, the new Lego fleece blanket. Aussies love it. It's available November 1st through 11th. Gift with purchase, 200 or more. You're breaking or breaking it?
I'm going to break it. A fleece, you can't go wrong with that. Lego makes good quality things, or they partner with good quality companies. So I'm in it.
Yeah, I'm totally breaking. I'm with you there, friend. If the Aussies love it, then I'm snuggling in it. All right. On that, I would like to And on a somber note, we had a TV legend that passed away just recently. Leslie Jordan. He's been in many shows. Some that I love, like Deep Space Nine, Star Trek's Deep Space Nine. Pee Wee Herman. He was on Pee Wee Playhouse, and many more. You might know him also as Call Me Cat. And Will and Grace, he made a big splash, but he also made a big splash in entertainment when the whole world was locked down. He entertained the world with the device of it on his phone, and making Instagram and all kinds of TikTok videos, keeping the world entertained.
We lost a giant in the entertainment community, in the LGBTQ plus community. And just in the acting and world community all on its own. I remember him from Pee Wee's Playhouse as a kid growing up. I remember him from Deep Space Nine, but I'll be quite honest with you, I only watched Deep Space Nine for one thing. Unfortunately, it wasn't Leslie.
Right.
But his spirit, his energy, his aura, whenever you're around him, you just have to have a smile on your face. And Matthew Ashton, Lego VP, Leslie made a video of him building the Everything Is Awesome set right in my background, and it was so impactful to see that. It wasn't like Lego reached out and said, "Hey, can you make a video?" He was just building it. He enjoyed it so much, he did his own research to find out who was behind it. Oh, this was him. I'm tagging him in it. That was awesome. And it's stuff like that make you see, like, it doesn't matter how big you are as a celebrity, you're still a human being. And he was able to showcase that every day in his life, and he'll be truly missed.
Yeah, that's very true, my friend. He definitely did. I had the experience of meeting him, and he treated you like gold, like you were a human being. Like, never mind the name, the title, or who or where you've been. He treated you just like a human being. And if you were down, he was there to cheer you up, And so, Leslie, we're going to miss you, man. I know I'm going to miss you. You were a gift to the world, man. And now you gain your angels. Not the way you gain your wings as an angel that you are. And you're going to be sorely missed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I guess one day we can, fill those shoes and be that type of person to other people. So
indeed. Yeah. Big giant. All right. Any last words?
Any last words? It's November. So for the men that's watching, it is Movember. That means prostate exams. You need to check yourself. Doesn't matter how old you are. That I'm talking to myself. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter how young you are. Please, your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. So if you got a mustache, let that mustache grow. If you got a beard, shave it off and rock that mustache. I won't be doing that with y'all, but I will let my mustache grow out for you guys. All right. But it's all about your health. So please go and check yourself, man.
All right, well said, my friend. A great show with you, man. My words are Philly, man. Philly. World Series, Philly. 7-0, Philadelphia Eagles, baby. 76ers. Let's get it on, baby. Philly. Good night, Philly.
Peace out.